Warning, if you or anyone you know gets food stamps, what's about to hit the SNAP program in 2026 is the biggest overhaul in half a century. We're talking 41 million Americans directly in the crosshairs, and the changes coming down the pipe right now are so massive that even longtime benefits experts are calling it unprecedented. So smash that subscribe button right now and turn on notifications because you do not want to miss the updates I'm dropping multiple times a week on Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, and especially SNAP. And while you're down there, drop a quick comment with your state so I know where you're watching from. It helps me tailor these alerts. Now let's jump in because I'm about to break down the 5 monster changes that are already locked in for 2026 and exactly how to protect your benefits before they disappear. First, the dollar amount you actually get on your EBT card every month is basically frozen. Starting October 2025 for the 2026 benefit year, the max for a single person creeps up to $298. That's right, a whopping $4 increase from the current $294. And for a family of 4, it's $994, which sounds decent until you realize that $4 barely buys a loaf of bread and a half gallon of milk these days. Why is the increase so tiny? Because Congress just passed a massive budget package that completely rewrote how the Thrifty Food Plan gets adjusted going forward. Remember back in 2021 when the USDA finally updated the Thrifty Food Plan for the first time in decades and benefits jumped 21 to 27% overnight because it finally reflected real grocery prices? Well, that scared a lot of lawmakers. So the new law now caps future reevaluations and ties increases strictly to the regular CPI, instead of letting the USDA do evidence-based updates. Translation: cost of living adjustments for food stamps are now deliberately throttled for years to come, so inflation can rage all at once, but your SNAP dollars are basically stuck in neutral. That's change number 1, and it's already law. Change number 2, income limits are going up a little for 2026. For a single person, the gross monthly limit rises to about $1,696 and net to roughly $1,304 after deductions. A family of 4 gross $3,483, net around $2,680. Seniors and disabled households still get more generous netting rules, but if you're on Social Security only and you're getting those heartbreaking $23 or $40 checks every month, that's because the regular income rules still knock a lot of fixed income retirees out, even with the slight bump. So double check that your state is applying the elderly disabled deductions correctly or you're leaving money on the table. Now here's change number 3, the one that's going to kick millions off the program faster than anything else. Work requirements just got brutal. Right now, if you're 18, 54, and able-bodied without dependents, you can only get more than 3 months of SNAP in a 3-year period, unless you're working at least 20 hours a week in training or volunteering. The new law raises that age cutoff from 54 all the way to 64, meaning millions of people aged 55 to 64 who thought they were safely exempt now have to prove 80 hours a month of work or approved activities, or they lose benefits entirely. On top of that, parents with kids as young as 14 now have to meet work rules. Previously, it was 18. Exemptions for veterans, homeless individuals, and former foster youth aging out are being eliminated in most cases. States are also getting way less leeway to waive these rules in high unemployment areas. Bottom line, if you're under 65 and not raising a child under 6 or certified disabled, get ready to jump through hoops or watch your benefits vanish after 3 months. The paperwork burden alone is designed to trip people up and force them off. Change number 4 is the wild card nobody saw coming. The new administration is in a full-blown standoff with roughly 20 Democratic-led states over data sharing and program integrity demands. The USDA asked for extremely detailed recipient-level information that several state attorneys general and federal judges have already ruled crosses privacy lines and possibly violates federal law. In retaliation, the administration has openly threatened to withhold federal SNAP funding from any state that refuses to comply. We're talking California, New York, Illinois, Massachusetts, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Minnesota, New Jersey, Colorado, Washington, Oregon, and more. Combined, these states have over 22 million SNAP recipients, more than half the entire program. If the administration follows through, and early signals say they will, entire states could see benefits frozen or drastically reduced overnight. That's not fear-mongering. That's what the Secretary of Agriculture and White House officials have put in writing and said on camera. So if you live in any blue or purple state, pay very close attention because your groceries could be held hostage in a political fight you didn't start. And the 5th and final gut punch:
Every single household on SNAP nationwide is about to be forced into a brand new mass reapplication process on top of normal recertification. The Secretary of Agriculture, Brooke Rollins, has publicly stated her goal is to make every recipient reprove they cannot survive without food assistance. Even if you just recertified 6 months ago, even if you meet every single eligibility box on paper,
They want a fresh application with mountains of new documentation so caseworkers can look for any possible reason to deny or reduce you. This isn't about the less than 1% fraud rate that USDA's own Inspector General keeps documenting. This is about shrinking the program by administrative overload. History shows every time they do a purge like this, millions of eligible people lose benefits simply because they miss a letter, can't get through on the phone, or don't have the exact pay stub they're asking for. So here's exactly what you need to do right now to bulletproof your benefits. First, gather every shred of proof you have. Bank statements, rent receipts, utility bills, medical expenses, pay stubs if you work, childcare costs, anything that can be used as a deduction. Put it in one folder, physical and digital. Second, log into your state's SNAP portal today and make 100% sure your address, phone number, email, and household size are current. Because if they mail you a reapplication packet and it goes to an old address, you're automatically cut off. Third, start keeping a simple log of any work, volunteer hours, or job training classes you do every single week. Because if you're now subject to the expanded work rules, you're going to have to prove it monthly. Fourth, if you're over 60, disabled, a veteran, or have kids in the house, get fresh letters from doctors, social workers, or case managers confirming your status because they're going to scrutinize every exemption. And fifth, I repeat, do not give them any excuse. No side cash deals, no letting a boyfriend who makes money crash on the couch without reporting it, no little white lies on forms, because anything that can be twisted will be twisted. This time around, the goal is reduction, and they're not playing nice. Look, I hate being the bearer of bad news, but I've been digging into benefits policy for over 15 years, and I've never seen this many simultaneous attacks on one program. The combination of throttled COLAs, expanded work mandates up to age 64, state-by-state political threats, and a nationwide forced reapplication wave is engineered to shrink SNAP by millions of households whether they deserve it or not. But knowledge is power. If you lock your paperwork down now, keep your contact info current, and document every possible deduction and exemption, you have a fighting chance to keep the benefits you're entitled to. So if this video helped you even a little bit, hit that like button so more people see it. Share it with every family member or friend on SNAP. Drop your state in the comments so I can keep you posted on state-specific deadlines. And most importantly, subscribe and ring that bell because I'm going to be dropping emergency updates the minute anything new breaks on these changes. Stay safe out there, stay prepared, and I'll see you in the next one.